My dear fellow, whom do I see? Ivan Vasilevich? Now this is a surprise, my darling. How are you?
How do you do, honored Stepan Stepanovich?
Oh, we just get along somehow. My angel, do your prayers, so on. Now, you shouldn't forget all about your neighbors, and so on. Have a seat. Please do. But
Hello.
But, my dear fellow, why are you so formal in everything? Evening dress, and so on. Can you be going anywhere, my treasure?
No, I have come only to see you, honored Stepan Stepanovich.
Then why are you in your evening?
Hello.
Well, you see, honored Stepan Stepanovich, I know,
Hello.
you see, I know I don't have any right to count an assistant, but I should drink some water, honored Stepan Stepanovich.
Come here to borrow money. Shan't be. What is it? What is it? My beauty?
Well, you see, honored Stepan, I must beg your pardon, Stepan Honorich, I'm getting awfully excited. As you will please notice, I don't have any right to count an assistant, but you see, I know.
Don't go round and round, my darling. Spit it out. When?
Well, one moment. I have come to ask the hand of her daughter Natalia Stepanova in marriage.
By Jove! Ivan Vasilevich, say it again. I didn't hear it all.
Well, I have come to
My dear fellow, I'm so glad, and so on, and yes indeed, all that sort of thing. It's been my continual desire, and you, my angel, I've always loved you as my own son. May God give you both his health and his love, and so on. But why am I behaving in this idiotic way for? I'm off my balance with joy, absolutely off my balance. Oh, with all my soul, I'll go and call Natalia.
But honored Stepan Stepanovich, do you think I may count on her consent?
Why, of course, as if she won't consent. She's in love with it. She's like a lovesick cat. Shan't be long.
It's cold. I'm trembling all over. Just as if I've got an examination before me. But the great thing is, I must have my mind made up. If I give myself time to think, to hesitate, to talk a lot, or look for an ideal or for real love, I'll never get married. Ooh, it's cold. Natalia Stepanova is an excellent housekeeper, not bad looking, well educated. What more do I want? But I'm getting a noise in my ears from excitement, and it's impossible for me not to marry. In the first place, I'm already 35, a critical age, so to speak. In the second place, I suffer from palpitations. I'm awfully excited and awfully upset. But the very worst of all is the way I sleep. I no sooner get into bed than begin to go up, and there's a pull in my left side. I can feel it in my shoulder and head. I jump up like a lunatic, walk about a bit, and then lie down again. And when begin to go off, there's another pull, and this will happen over 20 times.
Well, there. It's you. And Papa said, go there to merchant, come for his goods. How do you do, Ivan Vasilevich?
How do you do, Honored Natalia Stepanova?
You must excuse my apron and nails. We are a shelling piece for drying. Sit down. Won't you have some lunch?
No, thank you. I've had some already.
Then smoke. Here are the matches. The weather is splendid now. But yesterday, it was so wet that the workmen didn't do anything all day. Have you stacked some hay? Just think, I felt greedy and had a whole field cut, and now I'm not at all pleased about it because I'm afraid my hay may rot. I ought to have waited a bit. But what's this? Why you're in evening dress? Well, I never. Are you going to a ball or what? Though, I must say, you look better. Tell you got it like that?
Well, Honor Natalia Stepanova, you see, I've come to you to ask you to hear me out. Of course, you'll be surprised and perhaps even angry, but it's awfully cold.
What's the matter? Well,
I shall try to be brief. You must know, Honor Natalia Stepanova, that I've long, since my childhood in fact, had the privilege of knowing your family. My late aunt and her husband, from whom you know I inherit my land, always had the greatest of respect for your father and your late mother. And you will remember that my oximeadows touch your birchwoods.
excuse my interrupting you, but you say my oximeadows? Are they really yours?
Yes, mine.
What are you talking about? Oximeadows are ours, not yours.
No, they're mine, Honor Natalia Stepanova.
Well, I never knew that before. How do you make that out?
How? I'm speaking of those oximeadows which are wedged in between your birchwoods and the burnt marsh.
Yes, yes, they're ours.
No, you're mistaken, Honor Natalia Stepanova. They're mine.
Just think, Ivan Vasilevich. How long have they been yours?
How long? As long as I can remember.
Really? You won't get me to believe that.
But I'll show you the documents, Honor Natalia Stepanova. Oximeadows, it's true, were once the subject of dispute, but now everybody knows that they are mine. There's nothing to argue about it. You see, Honor Natalia Stepanova, that my late aunt gave the land to her grandfather's peasants in return for which they were to make bricks for her. Now the peasants had the land for around 40 years and got as accustomed to it as if it was their own. And you see, when it happened that,
No, it isn't at all like that. Both my grandfather and great-grandfather stated that the land extended to burnt marsh, which means oximeadows are ours. I don't see what there's to argue about. It's simply silly.
but I'll show you the documents, Honor Natalia Stepanova.
No, you're simply joking or making fun of me. What a surprise! We've had the land for nearly 300 years and then we're suddenly told that it isn't ours. Ivan Vasilevich, I can hardly believe my own ears. The meadows aren't worth much to me. They only come to 5 desiatins and are worth perhaps 300 rubles. But I cannot stand unfairness. Say what you will, but I cannot stand unfairness.
Oh, Natalia Stepanova, hear me out. You see, my aunt's grandmother gave the land to her grandfather's peasants, in return for which they were...
I cannot make head or tail of all this about grandfathers, grandmothers, and aunts. The meadows are ours, and that's all.
Mine.
It's not true. I'll prove it. You can go on proving it for 2 days and then you can go and put on 15 vest jackets, but I tell you, they're ours, ours, ours. I don't want anything of yours and I don't intend to give up what's mine, so there.
Honor Natalia Stepanova, I don't want the medals. If you like, I will make you a present of them.
I can make you a present of them myself because they're mine. Your behavior, Ivan Vasilevich, is strange to say the least. Up to this, I've always thought of you as a good neighbor, a friend. Last year, we lent you a threshing machine. Although on that account, we had to give up our own threshing to remember. But you behave to us as if you're gypsies, giving me my own land indeed. No, that's not at all neighborly. In my opinion, it's even impudent. If you want to know...
Then you make out that I'm a land grabber? Madam, never in my life have I grabbed anybody else's land, and I shan't allow anybody to accuse me of having done so. Oximeadows are mine.
It's not true, they're ours.
Mine.
It's not true. I'll prove it. I'll send my movers, Archimedes, this very day.
What?
My movers will be there this very day.
Then I'll give it to them in the neck.
You dare!
Oximeadows are mine. You understand? Mine.
Please don't shout. You can shout yourself back, horse, back in your own house. But here, I must ask you to restrain yourself.
Madam, if it wasn't for this excruciating palpitation, if my whole inside wasn't upset, I'd talk to you in a different way. Oximeadows are mine.
It's not true, they're ours.
Mine.
Ours.
What's the matter? What are you shouting at?
Mama, please tell this gentleman who owns Oximeadows, we or he.
Honor, Stepan Stepanovich, I implore you to tell us just one thing. My late aunt gave the land to her grandfather's peasants in return for which they were to make bricks for her. Now the peasants had the land for around 40 years and got as accustomed to it as if it was their own. And you see, they just gave the land to my grandfather's peasants, and you see when it happened that...
My dear one, you just forgot this, that the peasants didn't pay your grandmother and all that because the meadows were in dispute and so on. now everybody knows that they are ours. It means you haven't seen the plan.
I prove it to their mind.
You won't prove it, my darling.
I shall.
Dear one, why yell like that? You won't prove anything just by yelling. I don't want anything of yours and don't intend to give what's mine. Why should I? And my beloved, if you propose to go on arguing about it, I'd much sooner give up the meadows to the peasants than to you. There.
I don't understand. How have you the right to give away somebody else's property?
You may know whether I have the right or not, but young man, I'm not used to being spoken in that tone of voice. And young man, I'm twice your age and ask you to speak to me without agitating yourself and so on.
No, you just think that I'm fool and want to have me on. First you call my land yours and then you want me to talk to you calmly and politely. Good neighbors don't behave like that, Spanovich. You're not a neighbor. You're a grabber.
What's that? What did he say?
Papa, send the movers out to the meadows at once.
What did you say, sir?
All the meadows are ours, and I shan't give them up, shan't give them up, shan't give them up.
I'll have the matter taken to court.
Court? You can take it to court. I know you. You can. You just want a chance to go to court and all that. You played it forward. All of them were like that. All of them.
Never mind about my people. The Lumovs have all been honorable people. Not one has ever been tried for embezzlement like your grandfather.
You Lumos have lunacy in your family. All of them.
All.
And your grandfather was a drunkard. And your younger aunt, Natasha Mihailovna, ran away with an architect. And so on.
And your mother was humpback. Something pulling in my side. My head. Water.
And your father was a cussing gambler.
And there haven't been many backbiters to equal your aunt.
My heart's palpitating. Where's the door? Where's my hat? Here's my hat. The door.
And you are just a malicious, double-faced intruder. Yes. And don't step foot in my house again.
Take it to court, we'll see.
They will take him.
What a rascal. What trust can one have in one's neighbors now?
The villain. The scarecrow.
The monster. First he takes our land and then he has the impudence to abuse us.
The villain. The scarecrow. And that blind hen, yes, that turnip ghost had a confounded cheek to make a proposal. What? A proposal.
What proposal?
Why? He came here asked to propose to you.
To propose? To me? Why didn't you tell me so
So
before?
he dresses up in evening clothes, the stuffed sausage, the villain-faced crump.
Bring him back. Bring him here.
Bring whom here?
I'm dying. Fetch him.
What's that? What's the matter with you? Oh, what an happy man I am. I'll shoot myself. I'll hang myself. I will, indeed. We have done for her.
Bring him back. Fetch him. What have they done to me?
He's coming, and I tell you, and talk to him yourself.
Bring him back.
He's coming, and I tell you, and talk to him yourself. We cursed him, abused him, we drove him out, and it's all because of you. Only you.
No, it was you.
No, it's your fault. And now talk to him yourself.
My heart's palpitating. Something pulling in my side. Help.
Ivan Vasalovich, forgive us. We were all a little heated. I remember now. The meadows are yours.
My meadows.
Yes, the meadows are yours. Just sit down. We were wrong.
The more so, I have evidence. You see, my aunt's grandmother gave the land to her grandfather's peasants in return for which they were to make bricks for her.
Yes. Let that pass. Now let's talk of something else.
My aunt's grandmother gave the land to her grandfather's peasants.
Yes. I wish I knew how to get him started. Are you going to start shooting soon?
I'm thinking of having a go at the Black Hawk after the harvest on Natalia Stepanova. Oh, have you heard what a misfortune I've had? My dog, yes, whom you know, has gone lame.
What a pity. Why?
I don't know. My very best dog. I gave Mironov 125 rubles for him.
It was too much, Ivan Vasalovich.
No, I think it was very cheap. He's a first-rate dog.
Papa gave 85 rubles for a squeezer, and squeezer is heaps better than guess.
What? Squeezer better than guess? Squeezer better than guess? What an idea, squeezer better than guess.
Of course he's better. He may develop a bit, but on points and pedigree, he's better than anything even what Volchansky has got.
But, excuse me, Honor Natalia Stepanova, you forget just this, that a squeezer is an overshot, and an overshot always means that the dog is a bad hunter.
Overshot? Is he? The first time I hear it.
But I can assure you, his lower jaw is shorter than the upper one.
Have you measured?
Oh, yes, of course, he's all right at falling, but if we wanted to get hold of anything, you see.
In the first place, my squeezer is a thoroughbred animal, the son of harness and the chisels. While there's no getting at the pedigree of a dog at all. He's old and as ugly as a worn-out cab horse.
He's old, but I won't take 5 squeezers for him. Why? How can you? My dog, yes, is a dog. But for squeezer, it's too funny to argue about. You see, anybody you like as a dog as good as squeezer, you may find them under every bush almost. 25 rubles would be a very handsome price to pay for him.
There is some demon of contradiction in you today, Ivan Vasilevich. First you pretend that the manner of yours, and now that gets is better than squeezer. I don't like people who don't say what they mean, because you know perfectly well that squeezer is 100 times better than a silly guess. Why do you want to say it, isn't?
Natalia Stepanova, I think that you either consider me blind or fool, because you must realize that a squeezer is an overshot.
It's not true.
He is.
It's not true.
He is.
It's not true.
Why shout, madam?
My talk rot. It's awful. It's time you guess was short and you compare him with squeezer.
Excuse me, ma'am. I cannot continue with this discussion. My heart's palpitating again.
My guess is
Please, madam, please shut up. My heart's bursting. Please shut up.
What's the matter now? You're again shouting?
Papa, please tell us truly, which dog is better? Our squeezer or his guess?
Honored Stepan Spanovich, I implore you to tell us just one thing. Isn't your guess, isn't your squeezer an overshot? Yes or no?
And so he is? What does it matter? He's the best dog in the district and all that. But so on.
But isn't my guess better?
My dear one, allow me. Your guest certainly has his good points. He's pure breed, firm on his feet, well-sprung ribs. But one, if you want to know the truth, the dog has 2 defects. He's old and short in muscle.
But, excuse me, my heart. Let's take the facts. You will remember that on the Marsinski hunt, my dog Guess ran neck to neck with the Count's dog, while the squeezer was left a whole verse behind.
He got left behind because the Count's whipper hit him with his whip, and so on.
And with good reason. All the dogs are chasing a fox, and the dog squeezer goes on worrying a sheep.
My dear one, I'm so liable to lose my temper, and so on. And only because of that, let's stop arguing. You know, everybody is always jealous of everybody's else's dog. You too, sir, aren't blameless. You no sooner notice that some other dog is better than a squeezer, and you start this and that and all that. I remember everything.
I remember too.
I remember too. What do you remember?
Excuse me.
My heart! What sort of a hunter are you? You should go lie on the kitchen oven table and catch black beetles. My heart!
Yes, really. What sort of hunter are you? You ought to sit at home with your palpitations and not go hunting animals. You could go hunting animals, but you only go to argue with people and their dogs and so on. You're not a hunter at all. Anyway,
And are you a hunter? You only go hunting to get into the town and to intrigue. You're not a hunter. You are an intruder. You're an intruder.
what? Shut up!
Intriguer.
Shut up! Boy! Up!
All right, just you.
Shut up or I'll shoot you like a bandage! You fool!
My, everyone knows that your late wife used to beat you. My heart,
And you're into the slipper of your housekeeper and so on!
my heart's bursting. My shoulder's
Boy!
gone.
Fool! I'm sick!
I die.
Sick!
Papa, what's the matter with him? Ivan Vasilevich?
Yes.
Ivan Vasilevich? He's dead!
Yeah.
He's dead! He's dead!
Who's dead? And so he is! Drink this! No, he doesn't drink. It may be he's dead. Oh, what an epic man I am! I'll shoot myself. I'll hang myself. I will, indeed. seems to be coming round. Drink this. Dear one. Very good. Well, get up.
I can see stars. Where am I?
Get up and get married to her. She's winning and all that. You devil. Just leave me in peace.
But you will still admit that your guess is worse than my squeezer.
He's better.
He's worse.
Better.
Worse,
That's the way to
worse, worse.
start a family bliss.
Better.
Champagne.
Worse, worse, worse.
Better.
Worse.
Better.
Your guess is worse.
He's better.
He's worse.
Champagne. You paid it forward. All of you were like that. All of them.
Never mind about my people. The Lumovs have all been honorable people. Not one has ever been tried for embezzlement like your grandfather.
You Lumovs have lunacy in your family. All of them.
All.
And your grandfather was a drunkard. And your younger aunt, Natasha Mihailovna, ran away with an architect. And so on.
And your mother was humbug. Something pulling in my side. My head. Water.
And your father was a cussing gambler.
And there haven't been many backbiters to equal your aunt.
My heart's palpitating. Where's the door? Where's my hat? Here's my hat. The door.
And you are just a malicious, double-faced intruder. Yes. And don't step foot in my house again.
Take it to court. We'll see.
Devils take him.
What a rascal. What trust can one have in one's neighbors now?
The villain. The scarecrow.
The monster. First he takes our land and then he has the impudence to abuse us.
The villain. The scarecrow. And that blind hen, yes, that turnip ghost had the confounded cheek to make a proposal. What? A proposal.
What proposal?
Why? He came here asked to propose to you.
To propose? To me? Why didn't you tell me so
So he
before?
dresses up in evening clothes, the stuffed sausage, the villain-faced frump.
Bring him back. Bring him here.
Bring whom here?
I'm dying. Fetch him.
What's that? What's the matter with you? Oh, what an enemy man I am. I'll shoot myself. I'll hang myself. I will, indeed. We have done for her.
Bring him back. Fetch him. What have they done to me?
He's coming, and I tell you, and talk to him yourself.
Bring him back.
He's coming, and I tell you, and talk to him yourself. We cursed him, abused him, we drove him out, and it's all because of you. Only you.
No, it was you.
So it's your fault. Now talk to him yourself.
My heart's palpitating. Something pulling in my side. Help.
Ivan Vasilevich, forgive us. We were all a little heated. I remember now. The meadows are yours.
My meadows.
Yes, the meadows are yours. Just sit down. We were wrong.
The more so, I have evidence. You see my aunt's grandmother gave the land to her grandfather's peasants in return for which they were to make bricks for her.
Yes. Let that pass. Now let's talk of something else.
My aunt's grandmother gave the land to her grandfather's peasants.
Yes. I wish I knew how to get him started. Are you going to start shooting soon?
I'm thinking of having a go at the Black Hawk after the harvest on Natalia Stepanova. Oh, have you heard what a misfortune I've had? My dog, guess whom you know, has gone lame.
What a pity. Why?
I don't know. My very best dog. I gave 125 rubles for him.
It was too much, Ivan Vasilevich.
No, I think it was very cheap. He's a first-rate dog.
Papa gave 85 rubles for his squeezer, and squeezer is heaps better than guess.
What? Squeezer better than guess? Squeezer better than guess? What an idea, squeezer better than guess.
Of course he's better. He may develop a bit, but on points in pedigree, he's better than anything even Volchansky has got.
But, excuse me, Honor Natalia Stepanova, you forget just this, that a squeezer is an overshot, and an overshot always means that the dog is a bad hunter.
Overshot? Is he? The first time I hear it.
But I can assure you, his lower jaw is shorter than the upper one.
Have you measured?
Oh, yes, of course. He's all at it falling, but if we want him to get hold of anything, you see.
In the first place, my squeezer is a thoroughbred animal, the son of harness and the chisels. While there's no getting at the pedigree of a dog at all. He's old and as ugly as a worn-out cab horse.
He's old, but I won't take 5 squeezers for him. Why? How can you? My dog, yes, is a dog. But for squeezer, it's too funny to argue about. You see, anybody you like as a dog, as good as squeezer, you may find them under every bush almost. 25 rubles would be a very handsome price to pay for him.
There is some demon of contradiction in you today, Ivan Vasilevich. First you pretend that the meadow was yours, and now that guess is better than squeezer. I don't like people who don't say what they mean, because you know perfectly well that squeezer is 100 times better than a silly guess. Why do you want to say it, isn't?
Natalia Stepanova, I think that you either consider me blind or fool, because you must realize that a squeezer is an overshot.
It's not true.
He is.
It's not true.
He is.
It's not true.
Why shout, madam?
My talk rot. It's awful. It's time you guess my shot and you compare him with squeezer.
Excuse me, ma'am. I cannot continue with this discussion. My heart's palpitating again.
My guess is
Please, madam, please shut up. My heart's bursting. Please shut up.
What's the matter now? You're again shouting?
Papa, please tell us truly, which dog is better? Our squeezer or his guess?
Honored Stepan Stepanovich, I implore you to tell us just one thing. Isn't your guess, isn't your squeezer an overshot? Yes or no?
And so he is? What does it matter? He's the best dog in the district and all that, but so on.
But isn't my guess better?
My dear one, allow me. Your guess certainly has his good points. He's pure breed, firm on his feet, well-sprung ribs. But one, if you want to know the truth, the dog has 2 defects. He's old and short in muscle.
But, excuse me, my heart. Let's take the facts. You will remember that on the Marsinski hunt, my dog guess ran neck to neck with the Count's dog, while the squeezer was left a whole verse behind.
He got left behind because the Count's whipping hit him with his whip, and so on.
And with good reason. All the dogs are chasing a fox, and your dog squeezer goes on worrying a sheep.
My dear one, I'm so liable to lose my temper, and so on. And only because of that, let's stop arguing. You know, everybody is always jealous of, everybody is envious of. You two, sir, are in blameless. You no sooner notice that some other dog is better than a squeezer, and you start this and that and all that. I remember everything.
I remember too.
I remember too. What do you remember?
Excuse me.
My heart! What sort of a hunter are you? You should go lie on the kitchen oven table and catch black beetles. My heart!
Yes, really. What sort of hunter are you? You ought to sit at home with your palpitations and not go hunting animals. You could go hunting animals, but you only go to argue with people and their dogs and so on. You're not a hunter at all. Anyway,
And are you a hunter? You only go hunting to get into the town and to intrigue. You're not a hunter. You are an intruder. You are an intruder.
what? Shut up!
Intriguer.
Shut up! Boy! Up!
Oh, lad, just you.
Shut up or I'll shoot you like a bandage! You fool!
Everyone knows that your late wife used to beat you. My heart.
And you're into the slipper of your housekeeper and so on!
My heart's bursting. My shoulders.
Boy! Fool! I'm sick!
I die.
Sick!
Papa, what's the matter with him? Ivan Vasilevich?
Yes.
Ivan Vasilevich? He's dead!
Here!
He's dead! He's dead!
Who's dead? And so he is! Drink this! No, he doesn't drink. It means he is dead. Oh, what an epic man I am. I'll shoot myself. I'll hang myself. I will, indeed. Wait, he seems to be coming round. Drink this. Dear one. Very good. Well, get up.
I can see stars. Where am I?
Get up and get married to her. she's winning and all that. You devil, just leave me in peace.
But you will still admit that your guest is worse than my squeezer.
He's better.
He's worse.
Better.
That's the way to
Worse.
start a family bliss.
Better.
Champagne.